All right, it's fair to say, I think, that there is an enormous amount of scrambling going on as a result of that report. It was released around about this time yesterday. So now let's hear from the Gauteng Premier, David Makhuru, who says an investigation is urgently underway into municipalities that had dealings with VBS. He says corruption and greed in the private and government institutions, in his words, deter transformation. We spoke to the Premier during the Black Management Forum conference in Midrand. We'll hear from him. I'm then going to take you back live to that conference for further comment.
I think one of the issues I spoke about is that the world faces an ethical crisis, and that ethical crisis is manifesting itself in different forms in different countries. In some instances, greed and avarice manifesting itself in public institutions, where public institutions and public resources are hijacked for private gain, but also even in the private sector, where institutions are hijacked for private gain. People keep wanting to take more and more and more. So VBS is a practical example where huge resources were fleeced out of savings of poor people in the rural areas who save this money to help improve their own conditions, but also to educate their children. So the central question about VBS is greed and greed and greed.
How does this set back the agenda? I know the ANC itself is premier of wanting to transform, especially business, put in power or in place a lot more black business.
The ethical crisis that engulfs our country in private and public institutions undermines transformation in a very big way. For example, it is good to have a black bank, and what has taken place at VBS, just that VBS scandal undermines any idea of building a credible black bank.
Right, we're going to break away from that report. We'll play the full interview a little later because I want to go back live now to that Black Management Forum conference in Midrand, north of Johannesburg. As we've been discussing, one of the people fingered, named in that report, the Shivambu family. Obviously, that has implications for the economic freedom fighters, and particularly the name that is being mentioned is Floyd Shivambu this morning. My colleague Dimakatso Thugwana is at that conference, and I understand, Dimakatso, and good afternoon to you, that you have Dali Mpofu standing right next to you, a senior representative from the party. Let's pick it up with him.
Indeed, thank you, Jeremy. We are here at Gallagher Estate at the Black Management Forum. With me, as you said, I do have the national chairperson of the EFF, Mr. Dali Mpofu. Mr. Mpofu, your party has been in the news recently because of the VBS report. Your deputy president has received some money from there. Can you just clarify what's happening with regards to that? First question, has the EFF received money from VBS or through any other channel that proceeds from VBS?
No, anyone who has any information to that effect must come to us. We'll obviously investigate whatever allegations are made, but we can't respond to allegations made in the air. Unfortunately, I cannot comment too much about the process, the report, because I actually participated there. I represented an unrelated client. So maybe, unlike other citizens, I know about the weaknesses of that process, which I wouldn't like to share now. But as far as the other concerns about somebody's brother and so on, we're not answerable for brothers and sisters. So we are, we're not a burial society. We don't have family membership schemes here.
So this is not only about his brother. There's reports this morning from the Daily Maverick suggesting that Floyd Shivambu himself, your deputy president, received money from his brother from those proceeds from VBS.
So I must respond to the Daily Maverick now. No, we don't respond to the Daily Maverick. The Daily Maverick or you or anyone else who has any information, our offices are in Braamfontein in Decorte Street. You can bring that information. Then
so
we'll look into it. Yeah.
Can you categorically say that the EFF did not receive money from VBS at all?
Yes, I can say that because I have no information to the contrary. The sources of money for the EFF are its membership base, as well as the stipend that we receive from the IEC and Parliament. And any other instant, there are certain donations that we receive. Those will be declared. For example, during the election time, we've been approached by certain companies that are donating to all political parties, and we are considering that. Previously, we didn't take that kind of money. So that's the money that I can account for. That's the money that I know. There's no way that the EFF received money from VBS. That I can tell you categorically.
What's your view on what should happen about those involved? I mean, we have people, poor people in Venda who've put their lifelong savings into VBS. We've got taxpayers' money going into VBS that's been looted now.
No, what should happen is that the law enforcement agencies must investigate all those people, because I don't know this new thing that if somebody received money, ipso facto, that means that they must go to jail. I don't know under what circumstances. As I say, I know about one case that I was involved in my professional capacity, and I know how that person received the money, and he can account for all the money that he received. But I don't know about the other 52 people, including this one. So I don't know whether the report says the money was received, whether it says the money was stolen, whether it says the money was a loan that was not repaid, whether it was salaries. I mean, we can't just jump up and down, with due respect, without knowing what the facts are. And this investigation, as far as I know, was not a police investigation, was not an investigation into fraud. It was an investigation into banking irregularities set up by the Reserve Bank or the so-called Prudential Office. So, people must not just get excited over anything. These people are not going, no one is going to run away. They will be here tomorrow and next month, and it can be investigated properly. And if there's any wrongdoing by anybody, including myself, then there must be consequences. So it's really simple. We must just chill.
Can you tell us the whereabouts of your deputy president, and what action have you had a discussion with him, first of all, to find out if there's any truth or merits to these reports, and if so, are you going to be, or at least instigating an investigation against him or not?
Yeah, the whereabouts of my deputy president is probably in Parliament. I think that's where he should be. Yeah. Have I had a discussion with him about what?
What I'm trying to determine is, have you had, as a party, a discussion with Fred Chibambo about the reports that he may have received 10 million rand from his brother from the proceeds of VBS?
No.
And if so,
why must we have well, I received 20 rand from my sister yesterday. The EFF has not had a discussion about it. Why must I have a discussion about what a family
But surely, Mr. Mpofu, you can't be so flippant. I mean, this involves a lot of people's money here.
No, I'm
that's
not
been stolen.
By who?
Well, the people that have been fingered by the report.
Exactly.
Chibambo's
So
brother. But the report suggests that his brother, he received 10 million rand from his brother.
He received 10 million from his brother.
That's what the report suggests.
And so the EFF must put this on its agenda, that Floyd Chibambo received 10 million from his brother, or 10 cents.
But
really.
Mr. Mpofu, you have gone out as a party against people who are perceived to be corrupt, in some instances without any tangible evidence. So, I mean, this is, are you not taking us for a ride here? Because surely, if you are the people who are leading the fight against corruption, you should be the first to be taking a stance against your own. You can't say just because somebody's brother, you can't, it's not that, you have created an impression about yourself as a corruption fighting party. You should take the lead, surely.
Okay, let me give you an example. I'm against rape, okay? And so, and we've taken a stance as EFF against rape. So if one of the brothers of the member of the EFF rapes somebody, what must we do? We must call a meeting and... You would suspend that person and investigate? And the brother, because the brother has done something.
If the person was involved, are you going to...
No, you can't be serious. No, let me assist you. If you want to get us to account, there's a simple thing. From what I read, the person who's implicated in the VBS thing is a member of the EFF himself. Okay? Now you can ask me, okay, there's a member of the EFF who is implicated. Are you going to look into it? The answer will be yes. But don't tell me about brothers and sisters and all that. That is absolute nonsense. We're not going to do that. We're not going to be waylaid by the Daily Maverick or you or anybody into acting as a family scheme or burial society.
Will you cooperate with the NPA if, during investigations?
No, the NPA does not get involved, my sister. The NPA...
Or the Hawks, at least.
No.
The Hawks.
Yeah, it's the police. I say that's where it starts. First, there's an allegation, okay? Then it's reported to the police. Then, if the police think that there's a case, they take it to the NPA.
We know the process.
Oh, well, then you ask me about the NPA.
No, but, the question is, are you going to cooperate with authorities on this matter? Yes or no? It's a
Me?
simple question.
No, I'm not going to
you
cooperate with
You are speaking on behalf of the EFF. I'm not speaking in your personal capacity.
What has the EFF done? How should the EFF cooperate?
Well, the other reports suggesting
anybody?
that the EFF received 1.3 million.
Well, then anybody, even forget about the Hawks, even you, if you come to the EFF and say there is this receipt that you received money, we will cooperate with you. Anybody. It's we're a registered party. As a registered party, we have to conform with the laws of the country like any other party. We're not just a spaza shop. So there are regulations that our books get audited every quarter. Parliament has to audit our books because they also give us money. So through that, the people of South Africa audit our books. Yeah.
So just to wrap up what you're saying, basically nothing is going to be done. Shibamba will continue doing what he does. There will be no investigation, no suspension until what?
Until, must I say it for the third time? If you or anybody comes with information, it will be investigated. What's so difficult about that?
Sure. So thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
Jeremy, you heard it there from Mr. Mpofu saying that there will be no investigation. First, Shibamba will not be suspended. There will be nothing happening to him or even well, for the moment, until some tangible information comes to them.
All right, Dimakatso Thugwana, thank you very much indeed at the Black Management Forum conference taking place in Midrand in Johannesburg. Let's